finished, I went to church here this morning. It's called the Friends Church here in Salem, Ohio. Friends are a Quaker religion. I did not know that. Never been to one before. But yeah, it was a very good time, very nice service. It was good to get there and meet some great people. Met a lot of nice new people. So yeah, good time. June 28th today. Gonna head out, try out some work with the drone. Had a good morning so far. I went to church, got to meet some great people. I always feel better when you come back from church. So we'll go out and see what we see and have some good times today. Alright, we're on Highway 7 here now, heading towards the park. I don't think I've ever been to the park coming in this back way like this, but we'll see what it's like. So, one of the major things I'm working on now is my vest. It's a leather vest. Never had one before. I don't ride that way. You can see I normally have my riding jacket or my leather vest, but I've never just ridden with just a vest and you know, with no sleeves or no protection or anything like that. Just always the way I've ridden. But I'm working on my vest, and I can't believe how much it makes one think when you're putting the patches and everything on the vest. The importance and the significance of each one of those when it's going on something that says kind of how you are. Like my Uncle Pete, for example, Pete Brisk. I was putting the patches together and I realized, oh, and I forgot my Uncle Pete. And so I got that. It kind of ties into to one of the reasons why I do these videos. You know, you look at my Uncle Pete. He was in the 3rd Army. He was in Patton's Army. He landed about a month after D-Day with the rest of Patton's 3rd Army. And he went all the way across France, Belgium, Germany. You know, he was at the Battle of the Bulge. He was one of the soldiers that, you know, they... December 23rd there, they turned and marched for 40 miles, freezing cold. Marched 40 miles north. You get to Bastogne on Christmas Day, and they fought there for 2 days. And I remember talking with my Uncle Pete about that. You know, he went about 5 days without sleeping, and tied shirts and different things around his feet because they didn't have winter clothes or anything like that. But yeah, he marched for, it's about 40 hours they marched for, and I got there and then fought for 2 days when I finally got there. So yeah, you know, he never was wounded. One time he had the heel shot off of his boot, he told me, when he was running across a road or across a street in a town, and he had the heel shot off of his boot, and that spun him right around. He thought that he was shot, he thought that he was hurt, and he rolled over onto his back, and they shot his backpack, and he rolled out into a doorway of a home. And the only other thing that ever come close to him is he had his canteen get shot one time. At least that's what he told me. And I just think it's neat to be able to remember those things and display those things, because you know, it's so things are so easily forgotten if they're not written down or if they're not recorded. And that's kind of why I started doing these videos too. You know, I realized from, you know, over the last 2.5 years here now, pretty much my whole life was either on a computer at work or a computer up at my home. And when suddenly you don't have either of those anymore, you don't work for the same company there, or you're not at the same home anymore, you know, I don't have hardly a picture to show for what I did for 20 years. You know, nothing from when I was in Africa, or nothing from when I was in Australia. I have very few pictures. I sent them all home, and they were on the work computer. So, you know, my work computer there, when the coronavirus and everything hit and I was transferring and everything got locked out there, I went from having computer access one day to literally the next morning waking up and boom, everything was shut down. And there was nobody in there to answer the phones or to help get all that corrected. And you know, the way things go, next thing you know, you're not there anymore. And I didn't have a chance to even get any of my pictures off the M drive or anything. So yeah, all that's gone. You know, the pictures from home, raising the kids and everything like that, they're all on the computer there at home. I never had a phone of my own. I always had a company phone. So I saved everything to the company M drive, which was the secure location. I guess I just never saw a pandemic or things change in the way that they changed there. So yeah, these videos, they mean a lot to me. You know, at least I can show and look back and say, hey, at one time, you know, I had a Harley Davidson and it was orange and I really enjoyed riding it. And these are some of the places I went. These are some of the things I saw. And my vest and different things like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's telling me here it's on my left, 700 feet. I don't think this is it, but we'll come in here. I think we'll see what's in here. I don't know. Holy smokes, look at this stuff. I did not know this was here. Okay, pretty cool. Across here. Let's see what's here. Ah, these are some of the old locks from when they used to flood it there. Cross over this little bridge here. See what's up here. Go from there. Cross over this little bridge. Oh, that's super cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat there. So another story for on my vest there. There's another patch you'll see on there. There's a gentleman named John Essency. He was with the 1st Minnesota Regiment at the Battle of Gettysburg, and he was killed July 2nd of 1863. Now, my great-grandma Jeannie, when I was younger, would always tell me stories. And being that I liked the military and different things like that, she would tell me different stories of our relatives or different stories of World War I or World War II. And she told me that John Essency was my great-great-great-great-uncle, and that he was killed in the Battle of Gettysburg, as I said, July 2nd of 1863. And the thing that she always spoke about that she thought was unique was that he was born on my birthday, June 10th, and he passed away on my mom's birthday, July 2nd. And you know, she told me the different stories and what had been passed down to her. And I always remembered that name just because when my great-grandma was towards the end of her life there, and she had Alzheimer's disease, she used to call me him. She used to call me John, and I remembered that from our talks when I was real young about that. So anyway, in today's day and age of the internet, you know, sure enough, you look up online, and sure enough, there is a gentleman there. He was in the 1st Minnesota. His name's John Essency. Born on my birthday, passed, obviously, but died on my mom's birthday. And I thought, wow. And I don't have any genealogy or anything like that, or any. I just thought, what are the odds, you know, that I've had that story in my head now, and I've been told it for probably the last 40 years, you know, that I remember it. And then when it comes down to it, you find out that it's 99% likelihood that that is an exactly true statement and true story. So it's one of the things I've enjoyed about building my vest here is, you know, looking back at the history and remembering all the people and the different things that brought them to each one of these moments, and how they're all related. And it's good to remember the story. So we are dropping down in there. Boy, that is some pretty area down there. We'll get down in there and see if we can fly the drone and see it fine down there. Little trail here, you probably can't tell, but it's real bumpy and gnarly. It's got bumps and lumps in it and ridges in it here that throw you left and right. So I've heard from people that say it's real pretty. I like the bridge so far. That's pretty unique. Now we'll go across here. There's a big dude. Nothing better than riding a Harley across the bridge. Sweet. I'm back here just cruising through the back ways of Beaver Creek State Park, just looking for a place that I want to pull in and sit down and send up the drone for a little bit of pictures. Pretty little place. Looks like it's getting a little bit busier, but everybody's kind of sticking to themselves. They only got their own little picnic area there. I'll find some place up here. I want to get by that bridge we come in on, and we'll see what that's all about. So here, well, you know what? I don't know. I pay taxes here too. I should be able to park wherever I want, right? Yeah. We'll just pull right up in here to this little parking spot right here, and maybe send the drone out right in front of us here. Good, so how about yourself?
Yeah, you're all cambered up.
Oh yeah, I was filming for the day, yeah. So you gotta enjoy it while you can.
That's it, man.
Yep.
Fight.
Maybe the camera will be able to pick it up. I always think those things are neat. Like, even right here, you can't tell, but those are the tops of trees right there. So it's like 50 feet straight down from there. It's pretty crazy. Straight up on it. But yeah, nice little putt coming through here, seeing different things. Beautiful day. It's a little warm to be wearing a full jacket here, or my mesh jacket. The wind goes right through that. Everybody thinks I'm always just burning up, but I'm like, no, it's a mesh jacket. Everything breathes right through it, so I'm not too hot or anything like that. I started wearing a thing around my neck. I don't know if you can see the thing around my neck here, but I got hit the other day by a hornet right in the throat. That thing stung me and my throat swelled up like a half the size of a golf ball. So I definitely keep my throat protected now. Nice little fence. That right there would be a perfect little place right there. I'd love to have something like that. A little Dexter would love that. Fenced in. Little swimming pool there. Maybe someday. Someday soon, hopefully. Going back into the apartment. Been a great June 28th. Great day, getting to go to church. Getting to see all the Beaver State Park there. Got to fly the drone.